There's many nights where we had intelligent conversations. Don't hold back. Tell us how you feel. Really? Dang, that sounds like a pretty wild night. Why didn't you invite me? Oh, come on now. I would have come over. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the brake episode of the Ford service truck. We're going to be doing quite a few things to it. While the engine is out, I have elected to replace the master cylinder because it's old and it's probably original. It's 40 plus years old. We got a lot of weight going into the truck as well as possibly pulling cars. And these are really dirt cheap, thank goodness. So my plans under the hood while the engine is removed is to replace the master cylinder as well as the proportioning valve. As you can see, these hoses are very swollen from rust. I don't know how much pressure they're going to take, so we got plumbing to do as well as replacing the proportioning valve since we're underneath here and it's easily accessible, as well as dealing with shenanigans with brake lines going inside the cab. You might be wondering, why are brake lines going inside the cab? Well, I'm going to show you. So the previous owner has installed a hydraulic lever lock. Basically what this is, it acts as a parking brake. You would swing this around and you would be able to use your standard hydraulic brakes for a parking brake. Okay, just think of this as you manually pushing down on your brake pedal. You just manually swing it over and lock it in. So this one is rusty and crusty and doesn't work anymore, so I'm just going to elect just to remove it from the vehicle. Oh yeah. And there is a third one. Oh, the third one. There's a third line that goes to the brake controller. Okay. We'll be getting a new brake controller one day for this thing anyways. So, out you get. Yeah, right. Jeez. Holy cow. Got a long enough screw in there? The guy didn't want it to come off, I guess. Ooh. That's a dime. This truck's actually starting to pay for itself now. It's about time. So let's go ahead and replace the proportioning valve, the old one, with the brand new one, because right now, this is the only thing I have in stock for the brakes system on this pickup. All right, place your bets if this thing's gonna come off or not. Yep, that's solid. Oh yeah. Well, I knew this was gonna happen. We're gonna be making some new brake lines as well. Oh, I know. Wow, look how crusty that is. I can just flex it off. That's not right. A little bit more robust. Oh, there we go. Oh yes. Oh. This one is for the rear brakes output to the rear axle. Fortunately, that one did break loose. let's remove it. Removed. Tool tight. So out of the 5 lines, fortunately, the 3 that run on the chassis rail, I don't have to worry about. They're actually intact enough, and they came out without much fuss. The only ones we have to worry about is going to the master cylinder, these rubber ones, but I knew those were going to be a problem child from the get-go. Let's go ahead and work on replumbing the top end now. Yeah, right. I'm gonna saw these right off. There's no way these are gonna come off. Oh, sure, the rustier looking one comes off. That's brilliant. Well, we know we're getting rid of both of these. We're gonna just He-Man this thing off. Oh yeah, that works. Oh, get off of there. Ah! There goes my PB blaster. Oh, crikeys, I need to undo that one too. Ah! Who? Well, I know who. He's actually a very nice older farmer gentleman, not too far away. Of course, technically, he said he wasn't the original owner on this pickup. So maybe we'll blame it on the original owner. Oh, that's lovely. That's bone dry. Oh, goodness. And I'm glad we're getting this all fixed up. So now we're going to make our little coil setup here. What that does is allows the flexibility of the brake lines to move when the chassis is rocking around a little bit. It gives the brake line some give. Grab your milled stainless steel if you have one. If you don't, I don't know, use PVC pipe, ABS pipe. The benefit of this being copper is it's pretty moldable and flexible. Does all right. Now we can definitely put another coil in, because we still have quite a long ways to go, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and do another winding here. Thusly. Okay. Make sure your brake fitting doesn't get trapped. Thank you. It's a little shorter now. Let's just, oh yes, that's gonna be perfect. Go ahead and start down below. So what I'm probably gonna do is mold this one somewhere here maybe, or not gonna lie, this is a bit of an art form. Okay, well we can work with that. Make sure the lines separate, they're not touching each other, because you don't want them to be rubbing, right? Again, that's the nice thing about the copper alloy lines is give you a lot more give than doing stainless steel. A little bit on the zoomed in look, you can see that they are separated. I'm not going to bolt them down, I'm just going to mock these up for now and keep the moisture somewhat out of the lines, even though technically they're open. It won't matter till we get our new master cylinder in. I lucked out with that one. Also, my 9/16 won't fit on there. Oh yes. Very nice. Before we mount the new master cylinder in the pickup, of course we need to bench bleed it first. Some of the leftover brake hose line from the pickup, I'm just going to simply use to bleed it. Don't necessarily throw away all of your brake fittings. They actually might come in handy. Okay. All right. Charging up. Make sure, though, you put the tubes fully in the liquid. This will ensure you can see the bubbles. Or when you get done, rather lack of bubbles. As you can see, before you even start pumping, it's already starting to take up the oil. Good. I'm just going to do this slowly at first. 3/4 to an inch is all. Now that there are no more air bubbles, we'll go ahead and take this assembly as is and put it back in the pickup. Easy puppers. He's a bit sassy tonight. Yeah. There's many nights where we had intelligent conversations. Don't hold back. Tell us how you feel. Really? Dang, that sounds like a pretty wild night. Why didn't you invite me? Oh, come on now. I would have come over. Oh, shade thrown. Excuse me, I am so sorry. Allow me to pump my own brakes. Yeah, I'll check myself next time. All right. Now that we have our master cylinder in, our 2 new brake lines running down to our new proportioning valve, let's go ahead and dive underneath the front axle and take a look at our brake status situation down below. Hoorah! Just as I suspected. Well, I knew all along there was something going on here. You feeling groovy, baby? Oh yeah, it's needless to say, it's heavily grooved because the pads are obviously down to the metal, most likely. This poor truck, it was definitely ran hard and put away wet, but we are here to rescue it. What's cool about these retainer clips, or retainer bracket if you will, they look like a piece of railroad track. I'll show you. Let me just drive it out right quick. There you go. See, what'd I tell you? Pretty cool, huh? I thought those always looked pretty cool. And of course, a little spring tension to go with it. Almost looks like a small leaf spring on a model car. All right, take off the caliper next. Of course not. Why would it? Why would it? Oh. Okay, tearing clip out. Other shoe coming out. Check out that former brake shoe. Yeah, that's well, I was a brake shoe people once, and it's a previous life. So not only we got that problem, there's another problem. And the other brake shoe tells a more interesting story. Man, look how deep those grooves are. Yikes. This right here, here to here, bottom of that screwdriver tip, that is pad, right? The metal starts here and goes further down. So pad, metal. Notice, if you will, on this side, we barely have any pad left. A lot of pad, a little pad. What does that tell you? Means we got stuck brake calipers, or one of the two brake caliper pistons are starting to get hung up. So not only do we need pads and a rotor now, we also need to address the caliper situation, either rehone it and get a new rebuild kit in it, or get a new caliper. Sure. Why not? Oh, yeah. Well, since we need a new rotor, might as well take the rotor out too now, I guess. Why not? Of course, why not? The shark will be the death of me. I initially thought I was going to take that hose off, but the brake master cylinder, I do have Earl in it, and to keep it from leaking, I decided to keep the old hose there. We're gonna, since I'm replacing everything on here, might as well get a new hose as well. Of course. These could always be quasi fun of getting off. Oh, wow. Well, that hardly put up a fuss. Might as well in here do wheel bearings and seals and just go all get out. Why not? Why the heck not? This project is really starting to grind my gears. One old Carter pin out. Rebuild it all. Might as well freaking restore the thing. At this bloody point. Oh yeah, this is quickly becoming a disaster. Axle spindle nut coming off new. In theory, there we go. Oh. One roller bearing, tapered roller bearing. Rollers don't look that bad. I'll have to clean them up off camera and assess it. I might just throw another set, a brand new fresh bearing and outer race in there, since I'm in this deep in this pickup, but okay. Initially doesn't look bad. Yeah, there is a bit of wear in there, but I'm not too terribly concerned about it. I'm going to go ahead and keep this grease on there. It's probably going to be off for a couple of days. Don't want moisture and flash rusting happening. So we'll just make sure the spindle's all covered in grease so it doesn't rust. And all right. I guess we'll pop the rear seal off and see what the inner bearing looks like. Seal's definitely older. It's not quite as flexible. Of course, a new one of those. The inside race feels good. Ooh. Yeah, these bearings are done. Or at least, I don't know if they're original or not. I can start to see some bluing right along that particular roller. Yeah, these are high mileage bearings, has to be. There you go, work on my close-up shots. You can see right there. There's some bluing going on. Sure, why not? So, a couple of new races as well. Now, shall we see what's behind door number 2? Magical door number 2. Oh, excuse me. Maybe. Looking at the front spindle, it's pretty good. Yeah, feels about right. I don't see any major spun marks anywhere. Just make sure we'll just keep all this lubricated because I know it's going to rain. But sometimes you just got to tear it apart to see what's going on inside of there. And at least 4, might need some wheel seals. Obviously not in this deep, but that grease is actually gray, not black, so moisture has gotten in here. Now it could just be sitting out in the field for 10 years as well, but yeah, that's not good. Sure, why not? Well, thank you everybody for watching. I'm going to sign off for probably about a week or 2 while I gather new parts. Oh. Now I gotta deal with the car alarm going off. The owners better be home. I try to wrap stuff up, but I didn't. Oh, they are home. Thank you. Anywho. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Welcome to all the new people to my ridiculous channel. I'm going to sign off for now while I gather some parts. A lot of parts. The next installment may or may not be the truck. I don't know yet. But thank you everybody for watching. Stick around and we'll see you guys later. Insert madness joke here. Hello everyone, and welcome to the brake portion of this thingy-mabobber. So we'll go ahead and start with replacing the rear proportioning valve. So we'll go ahead and start. Hello everyone, welcome to the braking episode. Braking brakes before kicking on the front brakes, so all 4 brakes come on at the same time. All 4 wheels, all 4, yeah. This particular one is rusty and crusty, frozen solid, so we're going to go ahead and just take the plumbing, wiring, load, because you won't be able to, yeah. Hello. Oof. Somebody didn't put it in the vise very well. Now I gotta set the camera back down so I can actually take you guys outside. It's all very complicated. Oh, you fuddy-duddy. I don't know where. Really? I don't want to break it. It's cast iron. Hey. Make sure I have the right size, so we won't torque these down quite yet. We won't, yeah. Oops. Come on, focus, you stupid camera.